Germany is probably the cheapest country in Western Europe, much cheaper than the UK, France or Denmark. But how much exactly is it? Well, now you're gonna find out. There are slight differences between the north and the south of the country. The south is usually a little bit more expensive. I live in Berlin, and even though it's the capital, it's pretty cheap here. Let's start with the rent. My flat here has around 70 square meters and I pay 850 euro a month, warm. That includes water and heating. 850 divided by 70 is around 12 euro per square meter, which is quite expensive for Berlin, but it's one of the best neighborhoods, so I guess it's okay. Then on top of that you have to pay electricity by yourself, which is another 30 euro a month, and internet, another 20 euro. So altogether I pay for my flat 900 euro a month. Now I have 2 bedrooms and a living room. I could rent out the other bedroom, but I'm keeping it as a guest room. So if I would get a flatmate, it would be 450 euro per person, which is not that bad. Food! Food in Germany is surprisingly cheap. I spend around 250 euro a month and I eat maybe 2-3 times a week out. It could be less if you cook all the time yourself. If you want to eat out, a meal in a cheap restaurant like a kebab or Asian is around 3 or 4 euro. Medium range is between 5 and 9 euro. And everything above 10 euro is already considered an expensive restaurant here. How about transport? I usually ride my bike to get around the city, but public transport is really good and running almost all the time. A monthly ticket is around 80 euro. What else do you need? Mobile phone contracts. I pay around 10 euro a month and I get unlimited calls and 2 GB of data, which is enough for me. Then you have to have health insurance. Here it really depends on how much you earn, because it's directly deducted from your salary and it's around 8% of your total income. If you are a freelancer or you don't work, then you have to get a private insurance, which is starting from around 100 euro up to maybe 500 euro, depending what they are covering. I don't have health insurance, but that's actually illegal in Germany. Oops. So when I go to the doctor, I just pay cash and say I have an international health insurance. But don't tell the government. Leisure! Going out here is pretty cheap. When you go to a bar, a beer will be between 2 and 4 euro. If you buy it in the supermarket, a beer is between 30 cents and maybe 1 euro, depending on the brand. You can buy a bottle of wine from 2 euro. A good one is starting maybe around 5 euro. And a bottle of vodka, Absolut for example, will be 12 euro. That's not a bad price at all, is it? If you want to go clubbing, the entrance fee is usually between 10 and 15 euro. I've never seen more than 15. So altogether, to cover your basic needs comfortably, you will need less than 1000 euro here in Germany. Which is a really good price for a Western European country. Or is it not? Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions regarding cost of living here, leave a comment below.